So, hello everybody. This is Stephanie, and I am welcoming you to the Art of Feeling Invisible. And today is September 15th, 2025. I can't believe it. And I believe this is the 27th recording that I'll be putting on YouTube. So please like, subscribe, follow. I got 100 subscribers to my YouTube channel. I think I've been working on it for 12 years. So, it's a long time coming, so I'm excited to have double digits. So please follow the YouTube channel if you can. That'd be awesome. All right, so also I in the emails, if you're on my email list, I have an exciting opportunity happening in about 10 days. It's going to be Friday, September 26th. It's going to be at the Crosby Farm in St. Paul through Wisdom Ways, and it's a free event. It's going to be song leading by me. Wow. And then and also a storyteller that will be leading. It's a 3-hour event. So we're gonna go back and forth between the two, and it should be a fun event. So that is free too with through Wisdom Ways, which is a wonderful nonprofit out of St. Kate's that was kind of combined with the nunnery, the Conduit Center, but now it's been revamped by multiple nonprofits and it's called, I don't know how to say it properly, but it's another name. So anyways, check it out. It's exciting. I'm excited. And thanks for anybody who went to Talk to Me Day, which was really fun. Event that was in Loring Park. It was the second time hosted in the Minneapolis area. I guess it maybe started in London, is what I heard, or it happened in other days, but it's about strangers talking to strangers and meeting people. And it was really a fun event, nice group of people that volunteered. Everybody was a volunteer. I think, thanks for the organizers. I think they were paid. They got a grant to do it, but it was a wonderful event. So, all right. So, the question that I posed or grabbed, that's the word I'm looking for today was, I like this question. If you won the lottery, what would you spend your money on? And a lot of people had different answers. One was about saving some of the money, giving some to friends and family, maybe doing something charitable work, and vice versa, same similar, sharing the money. Mine, I did have more of a specific type of dream because I love music and I would love to have a venue. I think for me, if I want to saving, giving to friends and family, nonprofits. But for me, I think having a venue for musicians, like a cool cafe, like 318 in Minnetonka, right? Like a nice venue where it has a nice atmosphere, or Astor's Cafe, something like that. That'd be awesome with a really good musician and make it really affordable for people to enjoy music. That would be my dream. So, and do some new movement and meditation and right, all that fun stuff that I love. All right, so that's enough of me talking. Um, Let me pull the card challenge. Better than yesterday. Coffee break is the one that we pulled. It says go to a coffee shop and just be present. No scrolling, no working. Just simply sit and enjoy your coffee. Be present in your surroundings grounds you in gratitude. So, they talk about the Chinese, maybe even the Japanese or the Southeast Asian culture, they have tea parties, and that's totally what they do. That you can't talk during those tea parties. You have to be quiet, and there's an art and a skill, and so that is a good challenge to maybe try. It might be better doing it by yourself. It would be hard to be quiet with a friend. But anyways, some fun thing to pull. All right. I love to pull a cat photo because who doesn't love cats? Well, I guess not everybody does, but all right. This is an image of a cat like looking out of a water vase. And it says, I have learned a great deal from listening carefully. Ernest Hemingway. So, acclaimed American novelist Ernest Hemingway admired cats for their absolute emotional honesty. While people may hide their feelings, a cat, he declared, does not. He shared his home in the Keys, West Florida, for more than 30 cats, and one which was a polydactyl six-toed cat named Snow White, given to him by a ship captain, and a dozen of descendants of Snow White still live on the property today, also supporting six toes. So that is an interesting part of that book. That's on page 93 if you have that book. All right. Let me also give you a little other reading, more Tai Chi and Qigong related. This is from the Spring Forest Qigong from Master Chun Lin, who's here in Minnesota, if you ever want to meet him. Um, this is a book on page 63, which I thought was nice. It talked about focus. So I just thought I'd read the chapter on focus, which was 63. The focus of meditation is different than of office work. When you focus at your work, you have to concentrate very hard on what you are doing. But meditation is different. To focus on meditation brings your energy inside of the body and concentrate on one point, such as the lower dantian, which is deep inside behind the belly button. At the same time, you use your mind to feel the moving of the energy in all parts of your body. Relax yourself into a state of being so that when you do not focus, you feel something, and when you do focus, the feeling disappears. So let me read that last part again. Relax yourself into a state of being so that when you do not focus, you feel something, and when you do focus, the feeling disappears. So it's kind of the opposite, right? But that's, Tai Chi, relaxing yourself to the point where you don't feel, do not focus on feeling something. And when you do focus on something, the feeling disappears. So it's allowing for that space. I love when things kind of match each other. And of course, you got to have space to think about what would you do with $1 million, right? Or not $1 million. It just sounds lottery. Hey, it could be 10 million, right? We can go big. It doesn't say how much money you won, but winning money, what would you do? All right, so that's some nice reading. And today's reading from my favorite book, the Book of the Awakening. It's real simple. And I've been noticing a lot of people that I know either struggling, going through treatments, or, it says, question put to the sick. When was the last time you told your story? And that is a question put to the sick by Native American medicine men. So, right, if you were sick, a medicine man would ask you, part of your healing, when was the last time you told your story? So he just to give you a little synopsis why he brought that up, he says stories are like little time capsules. They carry pieces of truth and meaning over time. Whether it's a myth from 4,000 years ago or your own untold story from your childhood, the meaning waits like a dry ration, only for the next telling for it to enlarge and soften to become edible. So it is the sweat and the tears of telling that brings the meaning out of its sleep as if no time has passed. It's the telling that heals. So that's a pretty cool one, I think, for September 15th. Holy buckets. I like that one. So I'm not going to paraphrase because that's a lot, but the main thing was the quote, when was the last time you told your story? So nice things to think about. Okay, I'm looking at the time. Let me do the song quick. I wasn't sure if I should do the song, but I have the lyrics. I just put it in the chat if people are online. This is a song. It is not public song, um, but it is a song that a lot of people here in the Twin Cities, if you're in community singing, Shireen Amini. She's an amazing Puerto Rican non-binary person that lives in Portland, Oregon, and written amazing songs. And this is one song that is called Stitching Me Back. So it is a harder song to teach. So it's a challenge for me. I haven't taught it before or led it before, but basically, it's a really good song. So it has two parts. Or the first part is the harder part. The second part is the easy part. So maybe let's start with the second part. So the second part goes, my soul. Wait, let me make sure okay, original sound. It goes, my soul's home. My soul's home. My soul's home. My soul's home. We do that maybe two more times. My soul's home. My soul's home. So it's pretty simple. So it's my soul's home. My soul's home. So the first part, that's the harder part. So, and it's an upbeat type of song. If you're able to buy the album, I'm not sure what album it's on, but like I said, it was a request for me to teach it by somebody. So I'm learning it. All right, goes. This medicine stitches me back together with the web of life, like it. Or so let's just do that first part. This medicine stitches me back together. And again, just to make sure we feel good. This medicine stitches me back together. And the other part is, with the web of life, thought I'd be gone forever. That second part. With the web of life, I've thought be gone forever. And again, with the web of life, thought be gone forever. It's a tough part. That second part is tricky for me, even. But let's put it all together. This medicine stitches me back together with the web of life. Thought I'd be gone forever. Again, with this medicine stitches me back together with the web of life. Thought be gone forever. I'll do it again. This medicine stitches me back together with the web of life. Thought I'd be gone forever. Okay, so you kind of get the flow. That's in the first line of the first part, which it's like a lot of words in like 10 seconds, right? Second part, same thing. This medicine stitches me back into the village where I belong. It's like I always knew. This medicine stitches me back into the village where I belong. It's like I always knew. Maybe two more times so we feel good about that part. This medicine stitches me back into the village where I belong. It's like I always knew. This medicine stitches me back into the village where I belong. It's like I always knew. All right, all together, that first part. That's a lot of words. Okay. This medicine stitches me back together with the web of life. Thought it'd be gone forever. This medicine stitches me back into the village where I belong. It's like I always knew. So the second part, my soul's home, my soul's home, my soul's home, my soul's home. So we'll go back to the top. And sometimes when people sing this in a community singing song and it's on the album, is my soul's home overlaps the same time as people are saying this medicine stitches me back. But in the first layer of the song, you learn it. But if you were in person, you would try to maybe divide up two groups, like who likes the simple, less words, who likes the more words, and then they would sing it at the same time. All right, so just try to visualize that down the road, but we're still learning the song, right? So let's do it from the beginning and all the way through, maybe once or twice. Let's see how it feels. This medicine stitches me back together with the web of life. Thought I'd be gone forever. This medicine stitches me back into the village where I belong. It's like I always knew. My soul's home. My soul's home. My soul's home. My soul's home. This medicine stitches me back together with the web of life. Thought I'd be gone forever. This medicine stitches me back into the village where I belong. It's like I always knew. My soul's home. My soul's home. My soul's home. My soul's home. And then maybe let's do that last line two more times just to finish learning the song. My soul's home. My soul's home. My soul's home. My soul's home. So that stitches me back. My Soul's Home by Shrini Amini, which is amazing artist. I love that song too. Pretty it's an upbeat, gorgeous song. So I hope you like it as well. Let's get into our chairs or standing. I think everybody is standing that is here on the call. So I'm gonna do movement standing. Last week, I know some of you weren't here last week, but we did add the new movement for the pieces that we're learning. And of course, the movement that we're doing, you need to really have a proper lesson in person. This is just to kind of give you a wink or a glimpse of the movements and it just move your body in some way. So, giving you a heads up, we're doing the Tai Chi for better balance. And it is the Repulse Monkey, the new movement, which is a lot of movements that we're adding onto it. So, grab a cup of water if you haven't so, and get standing into a nice comfortable position. And I'm gonna do speaker view. For some reason, I'm not in the large view. Let me see if I can, there we go. I pinned myself so I can see myself better. That way I know if my feet are in the view. And I'm gonna get my chat all the way too. Well, that feels too much. And hey, look at my new t-shirt I bought. I went and checked out a powwow. I heard in Mendota, Minnesota. I've never been to it. I went there for the last 30 minutes of it, and this lady was selling this gorgeous T-shirt, and it's super soft, and it was really beautiful. So she designed them and prints them out. So I thought I'd share that with you. I do not see my feet, so let me get that fixed. All right, so we're gonna just maybe let's do a little bouncing. I like bouncing. It's quick and easy. It's a way to let your body go. And I feel like my camera's a tiny bit distorted. There you go. More level. Don't want you to look slightly crooked. So just kind of shaking, bouncing. And we can start turning side to side. And then we can let more loose, even more loose. Let's see if we can touch the back of our kidneys, perhaps very gently though. And let's see if we can bring the arms up higher, tapping the lung meridian points. And if you're in the chair, you can just bounce your heels, lifting the heels. And then let's bring the hands up even higher so we can look funny and get some movement. Breathe it in through your nose, out your mouth. This is from Spring Forest Qigong. It's a way of activating qi that is life force energy. And for this one, he talks about now breathing in through your nose, out through your nose. This one is through your nose, through out your mouth. It's like the only movement that he specifies to be different. All right, so slowly bringing that down, still kind of wiggling that off, and slowly coming to rest. And we can shake that off. It's been a while, but let's put our hands on our waist and do some hip swivels. So, right, you're shifting on the outer edge of your feet, being soft in your joints, soft in your hips. I know for me, when I did Tai Chi, I did not soften my hips. It took several years to kind of know what that meant. So it helps by having soft knees and just slowly shifting that weight, right? To the point where all the weight's in that one foot. I didn't bob. And then I shift the weight, sinking in to where the point where all the weight is in that one leg. And then going, it looks like you're making the infinity symbol. If you could draw it from your pelvis down on the floor, it would kind of look like the infinity symbol. And if you want, You can have your hands drag along, and it looks like the infinity symbol. So it's coming from your waist, your hips, and the hands are coming along for the ride. It's not me leading, it's the hands are just following, kind of like you're in the water. You know, you probably wouldn't move your hands first if you're walking in the water. You would move your core first, right? So same concept. You would want to move your body and just let your hands follow along if you're walking in the water. I love that imagery of water doing Tai Chi and Qigong. So a little bit of swivel if you can. All right. And let's just maybe do one more warm up, something different. Why don't we just bring the hands up and down? This is a simple movement from Shivashi. It's the first one. Just hands going up and down. And one more time. All right. So that is a tiny itty bitty warm up to get us into the better balance. Like I said, I'm just giving you a glimpse of this movement. If it feels overwhelming, it should, because it's best to do in-person class. So this is just a little bit a taste or a tease. All right, so let's review what we know so far. And if you haven't been watching, you can go back and watch. And you can sit in the chair. I want you to always be comfortable. Don't do anything that hurts. All right. If you feel like you're losing your balance, don't do it. You can do it in a chair, or hold on to the wall or chair. I want you to be safe. Okay. This is all free. So you have to be sure, make sure you have nothing in your way either. So no trip hazard. Okay. All right. So in this practice, if I go this way, go this way. Don't get caught up on the right and left. I'll try not to say those right and left words. I know that throws some people off. But if I'm going that way, go that way. If I'm going this way, go that way. Okay. Some instructors don't mirror, but I do. So, all right. So knees are slightly bent, feet are together, and this is what we know so far, which is technically repulse monkey. But for some people it's new. Just play along with it. All right, so feet are together, hands by your side, right? So if you're hunched over, there's no space in between your armpits, right? But if we're hip, shoulders, ear in alignment, what we're supposed to be in Tai Chi Qigong, you should have a little space between your armpits, like an egg could fit underneath if you needed to, okay? So a little space, knees are soft, tongue behind the roof of the mouth. And let's begin with the commencement move, which is the hands rise and they come down. And then we get into that holding position. So we're going to engage the ball or hold the ball, stepping to the left, engage the hip flexors, step into the right. We're just going to do it twice each time, just so that you can kind of feel like you know it. Carrying the ball. All right, the next one, parting horse's mane. Hand goes out, we shift our weight, we shift the back, lift up the toes, hold the hands together into a ball, open up, step out to the side, shift the weight, lift up the toes, and hold the ball. I'm going to go back so you can see me. Engage the hip flexors, stepping out, shift, pick up the toes, hold the ball, engage, step out, shift the weight, lift the toes, hold the ball. All right, now we do single whip. Stepping out to the left, shift the weight back, bring that hand under that had the whip, and hold the ball. Engage, open up, make that whip, shift the weight to the side, shift it back, and hold the ball. Let's do that again. Engage, make that whip, shift the weight back, hold the ball, engage, make the whip, shift the weight, and hold the ball. All right, now it's wavy cloud hands to the left. So we're going to step out 3 times, but do 2.5 cloud hands. Bringing that foot in, and this is my 3rd time stepping out. So when that hand gets to the shoulder, we stop. engage, lift the hands. Hands are the direction that we go. And this is yang style. So that means we like hold out a stop sign and let the hands drop. This is the third time stepping out, holding that ball. We get to do that again because we're doing it twice each time. So we're stepping out 3 times to the left with soft knees, soft hips. And for the third time, opening up, waving cloud hands to the right. And one last time, holding the ball. So the next movement is repulse monkey, which you step back, you look back, you shift the weight, you pick up that back heel because you step backwards and you hold the ball. I don't know if I'll have enough space, so hold. Doing that again, now to the other side. Step back at an angle, shift your weight, shift the weight back, lift up that back heel and hold the ball. We'll do that again to the left, stepping back, shifting that weight, picking up that back heel, hold the ball, and make sure I have enough space. And the last one, stepping back at an angle, shifting the weight, lifting up that back heel, holding the ball. Hands crisscross to signify the ending, and the knees are no longer bent, and we bring the left foot back in. Taking a nice deep breath. So for people that were not here, and that's a tough move as a repulse monkey. Some of you are familiar with Tai Chi Chuan, and they do have a repulse monkey, right? That's very different. Your hands go out and you keep you keep looking forward, right? You're shifting of the weight, you do not move your head. It's kind of like swimming. You would not move your head. But in Tai Chi for better balance, you do move your head. You follow your whole torso. If you're going back, your head follows backwards. So the main thing here to remember is we always step back in Tai Chi and Qigong at an angle, right? You don't step back with a straight heel. Like we step forward usually with a straight, right? Um, Making sure right feet are in. So usually we don't walk like this, right? Going forward, right? That would torque our knees, that would really hurt ourselves. We don't want to do that. We step forward, but going backwards at an angle. So when you do this movement, it comes from your center. You open up, hands, right? Go back, you look back, you pick up that back heel, correct it, and then you just bring that hand together with your whole body. So let's do it to the other side. You would open up, step back at an angle, shift your weight forward, pick up that back heel, straighten it, and hold the ball. So it might be confusing for people who know Tai Chi Chuan, but try to keep it separate. Sometimes it's easier said than done, but engage. You want to step back, shift that weight, look back, shift back up, put the back heel, hold the ball. Engage the hip flexors, step back, shift the weight, and then it ran out of space, hold the ball. So that is a beginning view at repulse monkey. Let's do the form again, looking at the time, we always run out of time. So let's do the whole form just one time, what we did. So we did it, and let's see if I can do it twice. All right, hands by your side, neck is tucked in, listen to your body, always be comfortable, always be safe. And Tai Chi for better balance commence, stepping out to the left, hands rise, and then come down. We hold the imaginary ball on the right, gauge the hip flexors, step out to the left, heel first, hold the ball. Gauge the hip flexors, step out, hold the ball. Parting horse's mane to the left, shift the weight forward, hold the ball. Gauge the hip flexors, stepping out, shift the weight back, hold the ball. Single whip, stepping out to the left, shift the weight, bring the hands under, opening up, make that whip, stepping to the side, shift the weight, and holding the ball. Waving cloud hands to the left. Small steps, but if it's not a safe space for you to step, you can just shift the weight instead. But ideal is stepping out. This is the third time, and now we hold the ball. Engage, opening up, change your hands. This is a martial art movement, blocking punches and kicks. And one last time, holding the ball. All right, now we get to do repulse monkey, which is stepping back, looking back. Engage the toe, holding the ball. Engage, open up, stepping back, picking up that heel, and holding the ball. Hands crisscross to signify the ending. That's what we know so far. Knees are no longer bent. And I bring my left foot back in. And I think you guys enjoyed that. So let's do that one more time. Just the one repetition. Tai Chi for better balance. Commence. Stepping out. Hands rise. And they fall. We hold an imaginary ball. Open up your hips, stepping out to the left. Hold the ball. Engage, stepping out to the side. Parting horse's mane, stepping out. Shift the weight. Come back, hold the ball. Engage, parting horse's mane. Shift the weight. Hold the ball. Single whip. Shift the weight to the left. Hold the ball. Come back to center. Single whip. Stepping out. Shift the weight. And hold the ball. Waving cloud hands. And now the third time, holding it at the top. And open, switch the hands. It's always feet, hands first if you're curious. But we don't want to worry about the details, just enjoy the movement. Stepping out for the last time, holding the ball. And opening up, stepping back for repulse monkey. Shift the weight, pick up the back heel, hold the ball. Open up, step back, shift the weight, and hold the ball. Bringing the feet together, or hands crisscross. Hands slowly come down and feet together. All right, so that is the old version of Tai Chi for better balance. Because if you meet somebody and says, hey, I do better balance, they may be doing the new version, which looks completely different. I did get certified in it, but it's very complicated, and I prefer the old way, sorry. I feel like it's a nicer routine. So a little bit softer, but they are both valid and both are good. It's just my personal preference. So crossing our legs, tapping our thighs crisscross. If that's hard to do, go straight on. Getting the blood flow to our thighs, working opposites. Maybe tap your thighs, your hips a little bit. Gets the blood flow. Let's go on the balls of the feet, tightening up. Exhale, letting go. And two more times. And one more. So that's just a little movement. We could gather chi, but I'm looking at the time. We went over doing by the extra routine. So grab a chair, grab a sip of water. I think it'd be nice to do the deep breathing for the lymphatic massage at the same time. So let's just go into lymphatic massage. If we have time, I'll do the meditation at the end. But taking 6 deep breaths with gentle pressure, almost like an ant walking on you. You know how an ant, you would barely feel it? So that's how it should be. And just an upward pressure. That's downward, that's upward. And don't touch any other parts of your body. 6 deep breaths. However it feels good for you. If you want nose breathing or belly breathing, it's up to you. For me, this feels like a computer reboot. Let's do that a few more times. And 2 more times. One last time. And then we're going to let that go. Gently trace down. Doing that 5 times. And one more. Going over your ears. Going. And one more time. And from behind. Now, this is when I always mess up my hair. So I'm going to just comb through my hair. I've heard some people call it the 10 fingers combing through the forest, which for me, that is true. It might not be true for you, but I've been blessed with lots of hair. And then we're going to go um, underneath the ear to the clavicle. And one more time. Now the other side. All right, the next movements are for your chest. You can have your hand up or down. So we're going to go under the chest, around, leading it to the clavicle. Doing that one more time. Then we're going to go up and over or straight up, leading it to the clavicle, going over your chest. And doing that a few times. And now we do it on the clavicle, going up. Same side that you were working on the sternum. And one more time. And the other side. So your chest, some like it your hand up, some you don't have to, whatever feels good for you. And you can use the back of the hand if that's easier. And now let's go straight over, up and over, or straight across, depending on how you're built. And let's go on that sternum, going straight up, leading it to the clavicle. And have your scarf handy or a towel if you have one. If you don't, next time. Or if you have a friend near you, you can just tell them to do some upward strokes. So this is to mimic a friend. So I'm going to gently go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Go to the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And the last part, gently going down, leading to the clavicle. So I'm going to just have our meditation and chanting be all one, just for time. Oh, we got about 9 minutes left. Take a sip of water if you need it. It's a nice, beautiful, warm day in Minnesota. So let's do some chanting. I always like to use my fingers if you like to use that. We're going to use 3 sounds, Om, U, E, resonating from the chest, the mouth, throat area, and then the sinus areas for the E. That's the intention. So if you're not into chanting or singing, just do some deep breathing. Enjoy, relax. But it's nice to do that sound vibration resonance. There's a lot of research when you feel stuck or gunk, it can help move things. All right, so let's begin. Om. 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 And one more time. Om. Taking a moment for silence, for stillness. And I'm going to do a proper 1 minute break. Usually I'm in a rush and have to get the chants in, but I want the chanting to be part of the meditation. So in this moment of rest, let's reflect on some of the things that we talked about for today. From the reading from Mark Nepo, we talked about when was the last time you told your story? Story pass on and it brings out meaning, and telling heals. So try to think of a time when you told a story about yourself. Maybe it was this weekend story, maybe it was yesterday's story, but it's a story. And maybe it has meaning of sadness, grief, joy, awe, wonder, surprise. I even talked about my t-shirt, how I wasn't sure if I was going to go to the powwow or Wapasi. I was thought about going for many years and it was just last minute. So it's a story, right? And I saw this beautiful t-shirt. It's so soft too. I'm going to have to give a shout out to them on the link. I like the t-shirt a lot. And it was affordable. It's like 20 bucks. Can't beat that. It was a really good price as well. So it's a story, right? Maybe it's an awe, something that was affordable, surprise. So thinking about our stories. So let's go back into the chanting as we take a moment to pause after that. So for the next one, we make the sound ooh, and I want you to really think of your throat and feeling a vibration, having your jaw a little bit open. And let's do that 5 times. And whatever pitch. And if your voice crackly, it's okay. Mine is. It's sometimes. There's no judgment. We're here to just move energy and move vibration. We're here for healing. All right. Ooh. 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 And one last time. Ooh. Ooh. Again, softening in your body, letting go, allowing for the stillness. And I invite you to reflect on the reading that we did with the Spring Forest Qigong Master Chun Lin with the words on focus. And of course, I lost the page now, but just I remember what I was talking about was about focus and how you lose your focus by not focusing, getting lost in the not focusing. So it's kind of like you're floating, I would say, in space and in water. There's not one pinprick pressure point that you're feeling or noticing. It's letting go of all things and letting yourself be carried by sound waves, perhaps. It's the softening our gaze, becoming a little bit lighter, less aware. Just taking this moment for silence so we can feel a little bit more lost. And we'll do our last chanting and bring the meditation to an end. So the last one is E sound, and we want to try to get that nasal sounding, right, caught in the nasal. And ideally, I've heard by many singers that they want that nasal sound because it brings more resonance. So it's a good goal if you're a singer to try to get that nasal sound. I tend to always forget about it, but um, let's do that together. So making that E sound in the nasal. 5 deep breaths, doing that 5 times. Again. Taking a moment to feel that stillness, the solidness in the body, feeling that sense of peace as we just observe, just noticing this moment. Let's take 3 deep breaths as we slowly come out of this meditation. I love to stay here longer, but I'm just looking at the time. I want to be mindful of your time as well. So let's take another deep breath. And one more. All right. Slowly waking up your eyes. Maybe you want to rub your hands. Maybe let's rub our face, making heart shapes, sending ourselves love and compassion and understanding. And one more time. And I pray that you win the lottery, as we talked about earlier, and that you get to have some coffee or tea by yourself, maybe at a coffee shop or at home, whatever is feasible for you. And you're able to tell a story to somebody. So, a lot of challenges for the week, a lot of beautiful things that came out of class to get today. Thank you for following and coming. And if it wasn't for you guys coming, I wouldn't be doing it. So, thanks so much. Thanks again, and I'm going to end the recording, and people can share afterwards if they like.